As I record this video here in Brighton on a very warm evening, I'm thinking Edinburgh. I'm looking back to the many years I've been coming to Edinburgh, and I'm picking up some of the wisdom that's been shared with me over the years that particularly relates to the first few hours on your arrival in Edinburgh. You might arrive by train, you might have been in a van, a minibus, you might have flown up, you might live nearby. But this is a particular video for people who are arriving in Edinburgh for the first time. And even if you've been to Edinburgh before, this might be a little refresher for you and might solve a particular problem. And the danger is that when you arrive in Edinburgh, you've already been thinking about what you need to do. You'll often arrive in a very busy airport, a very busy station, be that a train station or a bus station. If you have come up in a car, you've sorted out where you need to park. Quite often that means having to park somewhere on the edge of the city and getting a bus or a taxi in. However you've got here, what I would like to suggest is what you don't do is go straight into busy mode. Get straight on with moving in, and even though you might have to go straight to your flat to pick up keys or your room or wherever it is that you just put your bags down and do nothing else with those bags, and don't go into fringe prep mode quite yet. You're arriving in a city. It's actually a very beautiful city, and it's going to be a very busy city. But the first thing to do is just to stop and pause and deliberately go at a very slow pace, even if only for a couple of hours. So just put those bags down and go straight out the door again. And particularly if you're new to the part of the city where you're staying or new to Edinburgh, is literally just go and find somewhere to sit and just breathe in the city just for a few minutes. Just take a walk, not far from where you're staying perhaps. Go very slow and just look up. Have a look up at some of the buildings, have a look at particularly where you're staying. Have a look as you just walk around. There's a park bench I might go and sit on. So that's where the bus stop is. There's a park there, brilliant. There's a square with a gate open. I can go and sit there. And just clock the places where you might go to slow down near where you live. Then some other interesting things that you might do. You might have even got this ready to do on the way up, or you might just do one of those just follow your nose walks, or you might be on your smartphone just looking up certain things that interest you. One of the things will be the nearest corner shop. And then you might just want to look at where the nearest supermarket is that's not too far from where you live, because it's expensive to be up in Edinburgh for a week or weeks. Where can you get your supplies very quickly? How near is it? I would say, if you can, see where the nearest stationery shop is. And that's a great thing to do, because hopefully if you're putting a show on, you are going to be stapling reviews onto flyers quite early on in your run, and you're going to want to get to a stationery shop. And there are other reasons to need stationery and supplies as well. So food supplies, stationery supplies, somewhere to sit, somewhere to chill out. And if you have got time, is to go to your venue. And whenever you're arriving in Edinburgh, just go without purpose other than just to feel the energy, the mood of your venue and what's nearby your venue as well. And again, that's a similar thing around where you get supplies in. Somewhere you can get out of your venue and just kind of sit quietly somewhere as well. If you have got the time, just a little wander around the city, literally following your nose, or going to find a really good view up on Carlton Hill, or up where at the top of the Royal Mile where the castle is, or at the bottom of the Royal Mile as you get to Holyrood Park, Holyrood Palace. I do know some performers, the first thing they do in Edinburgh is to go up Arthur's Seat. It's an hour, 2 hours, depending which way you go, and they just look over the city. And in a way, it's being a bit like a helicopter view. It's an overview of the place that you're going to be for a few weeks. In all cases, there's a little bit of intelligence gathering that you can do as well. That's going to be shops that have got flyers, cafes that are taking flyers, allowing posters in the windows. You might pop in to a cafe or two and go, this is where I get my morning coffee. So this is just wandering around, literally radiating out from where you're staying, radiating out from where you're performing, and just starting to familiarise yourself, to home in, to tune in on your venue. And actually, if you do that without much intention, if you for a moment just wander, gathering in just a little bit of intelligence, feeling, mood from the place, it's a really good place to start, starting from a point of slowness and stillness, because it gets busier from there. And that becomes always, because you've created that little marker, a little home harbour, you can always do that walk again. You can always go to your favourite corner shop or your favourite cafe again. And it might take a few attempts to find that breakfast place, that coffee place, that place to get some food in, to save a bit of money. Now, one last thing to say about doing that, it's because if you arrive in Edinburgh and you immediately get to work, you immediately unpack, you immediately start to take out your script so that you're learning your lines, you immediately gather your cast together, whatever's going on, it can be starting from a place of turmoil, because we're not very organised when we arrive. We might be tired from the journey, and so there'll be plenty of time to get busy the next day. And that's why I think some people, if they can a couple of days early, so that first few hours is really theirs, and there's still time to do the more kind of busy planning as well. So that's just the kind of advice. The first few hours of the Edinburgh Fringe need to be yours. You shouldn't be pulled in any direction. You shouldn't have to force busyness, because it will come anyway. You might have made a plan, and I would put in your diary half a day, 3 hours, an hour, that's just your time, you and Edinburgh, you and the city that you're going to be in. And I don't think you'll regret it.